Alright everybody, so welcome back once again. Last session, you all found yourselves face to face with a marauding band of gnoll hunters who had been hunting some larger prey before stumbling across you all. You've quickly dispatched the first group that set upon you, before realizing that there was a lot more of them in the caverns that you had to traverse. Just a quick reminder, you all were in this cavern because your straight path to Sloobludop, Shushar's aquatic home, was blocked. A cave-in had blocked your path, your originally intended path, so this was a bit of a detour. And so as you made your way through, realizing that the only way through was past these knolls, you pressed further into this tunnel system. While trying to find your way out, while avoiding the knolls, you were set upon once again by the remainder of them as you made an unfortunate turn into a dead end and were seen by several of the creatures as you did so. A fight ensued, and during which a captive of the gnolls managed to free himself from some rather shoddy knot work that the gnolls had performed, and was able to free himself from a roasting spit he'd been tied to, and thus Schrodinger came to assist you all in dispatching the gnolls that had captured him and intended to capture and eat all of you. You all decided that Schrodinger would be a good addition to the group, moving on with him in tow, strength in numbers and all that, adding one more to your growing little expedition through the Underdark here. So, after this, you all made some good time traveling further towards Sloobludop, making it through your fourth day without too much more incident. Although when you did settle in for that evening to rest and recuperate before setting off into the fifth day of your little adventure, you did notice that Sereth, the drow who had been overprotective, extremely protective of the little Myconid stool, had begun acting quite strangely, getting up in the middle of the night to dance to music that only he could hear, and not coming out of it no matter what anyone was able to do. You all were able to determine that Sereth had been infected with some sort of fungal infection of some kind, and as you were pointing all these out, he pulled one of these mycelium strands out of his forehead, seeming to be lodged very deep inside of him. He pulled it out, tossed it onto the ground, and it was gross, but not much more was thought about it until the little thing that he had pulled out of himself had gone missing. Not where he'd left it. So y'all did a quick search but couldn't find it anywhere, and then not long after, Eldeth began a bit of a coughing fit, and her dwarven fortitude was able to force this little mushroom invasive parasite out of her, and she hacked it out onto the ground where it was quickly stomped into little bits and pieces. This was concerning, obviously, as it did appear that this mycelium fungus was aggressive and seeking out new hosts. So, you all cured Sereth, and with a casting of a spell that would remove disease, he found himself no longer afflicted. Immediately after he became himself again, he threw stool across the ground, seemingly disgusted and uninterested in the little Myconid now that whatever had been ailing him had been cured. Stool seemed pretty surprised by this, as he was flung through the air and caught by Uranus, and mentioned that he doesn't think that Sereth likes him very much anymore. So that is where we pick up today.
And he said it in a really sad voice.
That he did. That he did.
That broke Uranus' heart.
Okay, looks like we lost
Stool, what's going on here?
The little mushroom man looks around, says, I don't know. Sereth, I don't know. He just found me and picked me up and started walking around with me, and he's been my friend ever since. And now he's not, and I don't understand why.
Where did he find you?
I was walking around near my grove, like I always do.
With other mushroom people?
No, I was by myself. I usually go out there by myself. It's usually pretty safe by the grove. And it was, you know, Sareth didn't ever do anything to hurt me or anything. He just kind of scooped me up and said, "You're coming with me now," and then ran away.
Can I make an insight check to see if, you know, there's a ring of truth to his words?
Sure,
or not?
yeah. Yeah, go for it. Okay. It's difficult to tell. You know, he's communicating to you telepathically, so you don't not really sure one way or the other.
Yeah, no real facial features on that guy.
Yeah.
How's Sareth doing?
He's kind of sitting over there rubbing his head, like, are we, like, he's kind of looking around, and you can see him kind of leaning over to talk to some other people that are around him. Anyone that's close by would hear him saying things like, "Are we prisoners? Are we in jail? Where are we?"
I'll approach him.
Looks up. He says, "So where's the jailers? This is a pretty big prison we're in."
We escaped.
Escaped?
Do you not remember? Yes.
No, the last thing I remember was being arrested.
Well, we escaped, I think it was 4 days ago.
4 days? Stool.
3.5, actually.
I stand corrected. 3.5.
So after you're all describing the dates and everything to him, he would say that he was arrested 2 weeks ago. And then Stool would say that Sareth found him only about 3 days before he met all of you. And then they got caught together a day after that.
I'm sorry to pry Sareth, but what were you arrested for?
They tell me I killed someone. Another drow in Menzo Baronzon. I don't remember doing it, but I woke up next to the body with the knife and the blood, and I've been blacking out quite a bit.
Blacking out? Do you remember us?
I have no idea who any of you are. Last thing that I can remember clearly is being arrested on the streets of Menzo Baronzon.
The individual who they say you killed, did you know them?
I saw him on my walk to and from work every now and then. No familiarity, but certainly no distrust or hatred.
So it wouldn't have been advantageous of you to...
No, that's the weird thing. I mean, I've not, of course, not killed anyone intentionally before, but if I was going to do such a thing, I would at least want to get something out of it. You know.
Yes, I've heard.
So you were arrested 2 weeks ago?
About 12, 13 days.
And you met the mushroom just 4 days ago?
I've never met that thing in my life.
No, come on, he's not a thing.
Stool droops a bit.
I pat him, he's not a thing.
Well, whatever it is, I have no clue where it came from, why it followed me around, or anything like that.
Well,
are there any remnants
kind of followed him around?
Are there any remnants of the red vines on the ground?
It all turned into this ashy kind of like crumbly substance as it fell off of Sareth. But you all did get a good look at it while it was still on him, when he pulled the piece out of himself, all that good stuff.
Well, Sareth, it looks like you may have been poisoned at some point. You are out of your mind.
What kind of poison?
Some sort of weird mushroom.
He immediately shoots a dagger glance towards Stool. That thing poisoned me?
No,
No.
not that type of mushroom. It's like a gooey, sticky kind of fungus.
A red kind.
Hmm.
If
He
the
nods.
remnants were anything to go by. Do you remember?
Do you describe the fungus to him?
encountering?
Yeah.
You said you
you
called
have
it
seen
red.
it,
Do you
yeah.
give him any more details?
Long, sticky
Yeah.
tendrils.
He
My
nods.
Stilliousness.
So he nods and says there was something back in Menzo Baronzon around a cluster of Phaserus crystals. Some sort of weird red goo.
And did you touch it?
Is why I fell into it.
Oh, good lord. Well, that explains that.
Bathing.
That doesn't seem very wise.
He looks towards you, Trazen. I didn't do it on purpose.
Yes, yes, of course we know.
Oh yes, nobody just falls into something willingly.
Well, anyways, falling into that goo may have set you off a little. Made you do things you didn't mean to do.
He would
Perhaps.
kind of give a nod.
Well, you're all better now. And all of us, we've got to keep away from the red goo.
So, escaped, you say?
Yes.
Aye.
Good.
What does he look like when he's saying that?
Make an insight
What's his
check.
tone like?
Nice.
Nice indeed. I mean, are you surprised? He looks like you get the idea that he would turn on you given the slightest opportunity if it was
Yeah.
beneficial to him.
And it's so advantageous that we all escaped as we did, as I'm sure you know. Wandering down here on your lonesome would prove deadly quickly.
He nods and says, sounds like home.
Mm.
Yes, I would be roasted in a null's stomach if not for your all's intervention. Truly being alone is not wise.
He nods, oh no, I intend to stick with you all. I will do everything in my power to make sure that you all remain free.
There's no need to lie to us. You are in it for yourself, but honestly, so are we at this point. Schrodinger's new to our group, but maybe you are new too.
Yeah. I don't think we really know the real Sereth. Yeah. Do we really know anybody around here? And Becker will kind of look at everybody.
Do the shifty eyes.
Well, Sarah, do you say you were pushed? Or you fell into the red goop?
Says, I. Now that you mention
You
it.
recall a fondness for stool before falling into the red stuff.
First time I ever remember seeing that thing was when it was sitting on my lap a few minutes ago.
Sareth, please, he's not a thing.
Schrodinger is going to kind of scratch his chin a little bit, and trying to put the pieces together of how Stool and Sereth are kind of were connected.
Okay, so Stool mentioned to you all that that Sereth had found him near his grove. That was only a few days ago, so the timeline kind of doesn't match up, right? So Sereth was arrested, and then somehow later on down the line managed to wander into Stool's grove, pick up Stool, wander away, and get caught again.
We should leave them both.
Something is truly not adding up here.
I don't know. It's there's safety in numbers, but it's not like we trust everybody. So it's we'll just have to.
We don't?
Situation normal, I guess. Well, yeah, of course we don't. Ha! I don't trust me. I'm sure you don't.
You don't trust yourself?
Oh yeah. I've got. There's some gaps in my memory. I don't really know anything. I forget things real easily.
Excuse me, Becker and Arenas, but Stool, do you know anything about these red vines?
Says, well, yeah. Did you want to know about them?
Yes, if you've noticed them before.
Says, well, there was a couple of my friends back at the Grove. It's what I was out searching for when I left. I was out trying to find some medicines for them, but there's a weird thing happening at my Grove. Like these little red things, they've been popping up in some of us, and others have been trying to help them, but it doesn't always work. But it doesn't really seem to be too bad. They just dance funny and kind of act a little strange, but none of them have done anything to hurt anyone else, so it didn't seem like too big of a deal.
So they're infesting your grove, is what you're saying?
Infesting is kind of an exaggeration, I think, right? There's just a couple of them.
Well, encroaching, right?
That's a fair way to put it. It was making some of the elders act a little funny, like wanting to do things that they don't normally do, and
So,
Yes.
Are you all right?
Can we all understand this?
So anybody that's within a certain range of Stool can understand what he's saying. So anybody that's standing near him, anybody within 10 feet of him can understand him.
Oh, I just had a thought. Fred? Aha. That's the answer.
What's the answer exactly?
Red?
Red.
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 So,
Red rum?
Red
Red.
rum.
Stool nods. Red.
Red. Well, see, let me put it all together here. Okay, so red fungus controlling mushrooms. Red fungus controlling Sereth. Almost me. Do you remember the spiders?
Ah, the demons.
Yeah. They had red legs.
They did.
What are you talking about? I don't remember any spiders.
Oh, this was before your time. So back when we were, oh my god, sorry, my accent's turning French. Just a second. I play another character with a French accent.
It's okay. My accents, no matter what I try to do, they always end up turning Southern at some point or other.
I can't. Shit. Okay. Back. Oh, Aranis, why don't you explain it? Back when we were.
Don't make me do this.
Back when we were.
Well,
Yeah.
back when we were back before we escaped, our captors were breeding spiders, and the resulting offspring were spiders that I know to be related to demonic influence. And I think the point Sarah is making is that their colouring was red.
When neither of their parents' coloring was.
Yeah.
That's right.
So the deduction is these red mushrooms are demonic mushrooms.
Possibly. Schroeder, do you know anything about demonic influences?
Eldeth is back there putting her hair up into a bun and under a hood.
Worry not, Eldeth. Red, not ginger.
I know some forms of the abyssal states, but demonic influences? Not quite too much.
Does Ovanis know anything about demonic mushrooms?
Oh, that would be. I mean, go ahead and make a history check first off. Before I give you major results from that, you would know a few tertiary things about Drow society. You would, of course, know that they do worship a demon queen, Lolth, as their primary deity. Aside from that, I would say hard no. No other knowledge that you know of as far as the Drow's involvement with demons other than Lolth.
Aranis, I just heard you mention Lolth. What is that?
I didn't mention Loth.
I heard you whisper it out of your little lips. Your tiny mouth hole.
Oh, Trazen,
What does...
maybe you've been infected. I think you're hallucinating. But on the subject of Loth, since you brought that thing up, she is the demonic spider goddess that holds chief position in the Drow's matriarchal society.
The
She is
who
their
and the
mother,
what demon
the
now?
goddess,
The who and the what?
Spider.
demonic goddess, spider. To the point that if you see a
Right.
spider down here, you would be good to assume its eyes and ears for her.
Your familiar kind of gives you a nervous glance there, Trazen.
Yeah, Trace is gonna look up at the tarantula.
It
on
looks
his
back
little-
at you.
His little cap. They both look side to side, away from each other and back. Away from each other back.
He holds an iron fist over the Drow of this subterranean world.
Well, could it
Any
be?
defiance is met with swift and painful and normally public execution.
Normally public.
Bia,
If-
you've got
if
a
not-
scent for that red vines, right?
Vines.
The fungus.
Do I?
You sniffed it, I think.
I've seen her put her nose to a lot of
Did I acquire a distinctive scent, DM?
When you were sniffing what now?
The red
Red dust?
fungus.
I would say a very earthy smell, be it just dead fungus, basically, would be the smell.
Bia, can you go over to Stool and give him a sniff, please? Thank you.
Ah, okay.
I am confused. I thought he was making people sick.
He's not.
Possibly, but we don't know that for sure, so maybe give him a sniffy sniff.
Too risky.
I'll do it. What do you want things to... Trezen, do you want things smelled?
Schrodinger, go to Stool, the little mushroom over there, and sniff him, please.
If you don't mind, Stool.
Stool looks around and says, "What now?"
Stand
Trazen wants you to be sniffed
Oh,
for
sure.
some reason.
Yeah.
Yeah, Trace is gonna walk backwards like 10 feet.
Schrodinger is going to approach Stool and kind of start sniffing around, kind of circling around him, sniffing.
After a moment, he starts making sounds that kind of mimic your sniffing.
Not perception.
Yeah, perception. Okay. Yeah. I mean, he smells like a mushroom, that's for sure. Aside from that, there's not too much distinction that you could make.
I don't smell anything too off. It smells like regular mushroom.
Do you feel the need to dance, Schrodinger?
Not entirely. Don't feel too sick. Don't feel sick at all.
Then it's
feeling
solved.
Normal.
Stool is fine. Schrodinger's fine. Everything is fine. Kind of.
So while this is going on,
Uh-huh.
Becker's going to walk over to Sereth and kind of engage him in conversation. He's going to look at Sereth and go, "So, what he was saying about this Loth chick, is that true? Is she a demon?"
Sereth would say, yes, the most powerful of demons. Demon
Would she
queen.
infect people with fungus?
Fungus, no. Well beneath her standing. I doubt that she would even entertain the idea of allying with such creatures. No. Well beneath her.
Huh. So why would her people, namely you and the other drow, be infecting her quote-unquote children, the spiders, with this fungus? Doesn't that seem kind of counterproductive?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Weren't you listening to the conversation?
Right. Weren't you?
I was listening. They were talking about how the drow were breeding spiders that
And
were
I don't
red-legged
remember
and,
anything that happened.
And I'm not telling you you remembered. I'm just saying, do you think they're doing that on purpose? Do you think there's something off there? Do you think it sounds
they didn't
normal?
intend to breed spider. Well, considering how things ended, I don't think they intended to breed those type of spiders. They were taken quite by surprise.
Sereth would have just been like inching closer to you as you were speaking to him, Becker. But when Uranus intervenes, he would say, "Right. From what they tell me, those spiders attacked their Quagos and killed valuable slaves."
Yeah, valuable, huh? Seems like I upset you a little, huh? Interesting.
Did we tell Cyrus that?
He's overheard you telling the story a couple times.
Okay.
So, since I wasn't here last week, are we killed the gnolls? We're still fleeing, right? So, have we had any indication that the drow are still after us? We have a sending stone, correct? Have they tried to contact us?
Yeah, I would have been listening out for it if they had tried.
Right. The last contact that you're on day 4 of your travel right now. You're on day 4 after leaving Velkenvelv, the drow prison. And last time you did take steps to actually throw them off of your trail, using the standing stone that you lifted off the other one, hiding the other bodies so that the other drow don't know that their forward party is dead. So you have taken steps to reduce their pursuit of you, or to throw them off the trail.
Okay, yeah, I remember that, and I remember him telling him to go down the wrong direction, and we threw the bodies off the chasms and stuff, but I just didn't know, since I wasn't here last week, if we had any contact with them since then.
I don't believe there has been any sense.
I could contact them now and try to lay another false trail.
I don't know. Can they track that thing?
Not any easier than they can track us already.
Well.
Bia would go up behind Sarah and kind of tap her shoulder.
Yes, Bia?
We are wasting time. We should leave them and be done with it.
Oh, the Sereth and the stool?
Yes. If they are sick or making people sick, then we have no reason to take them with us.
Well, there is strength in numbers.
Sickness is weakness.
Yes, aye, but they're healed now.
How long?
Then why are we still here?
I agree with you that we should move, but I say we all stick together.
We're halfway
Right.
through a rest.
Wait, is this a rest?
Yes, this is a rest.
Oh, they're talking also, like to each
Yeah,
other.
while they're talking, Hunter's
Cillian sits up.
Schrodinger's gonna
What's everybody talking about? What's going on?
Schrodinger's gonna find a nice spot. Start performing a fine familiar ritual.
So Cillian's stool would waddle over towards you and spray some spores in your face. Say, they want to leave me behind.
Hi, you're the group mascot.
He waddles around to face everybody else and sits down in front of Cillian.
Becker will walk over and just kind of pat Stool. Don't worry, Stool. We got a lot of travel to go. You'll stick with us. We got we're the wrinkle buddies. It's okay.
He kind of sends some. He doesn't send words as much as he sends like a feeling of happiness towards you, Becker, and he would say towards anyone within 10 feet of him. It says, if we can get back to my grove, you can meet my family, and they can take care of you all, and we can all be safe and happy there.
I don't think so, Still. You were just talking about an infestation of red vines. I don't know. But we're already on our way to Sloobludop, so I don't know. Maybe afterwards. We'll see.
Okay.
And Becker will just kind of look at Sereth and just kind of... And you, I don't trust you as far as I can throw you, and I can't really throw you very far, but...
Sereth kind of shrugs, like, yeah, that makes sense.
Well, are we all rested? We ready to go? We're still, heading to Sloobludop, eh?
Trazen's gonna kind of pick up, Cillian by his doublet, by the leather back, and kind of almost direct him in his sleepy state, because clearly he's been sleeping the whole time, towards Sarah and Bia.
There's no need to leave yet. We all must stick together. After all, Bia, do you even know where to go?
We follow the fish man.
Exactly, we do follow.
Lets out like
all
a
of us.
snoring burp.
It might not be trustworthy, but going back is not the way. And forward is unknown. Don't you agree, Cillian?
Well, yeah. I really feel like I missed something. Why didn't anybody wake me up?
You were wiggling your toes while you slept, and that was adorable. We could not wake you up.
And you kept pointing your crossbow all over the place, and that thing's kind of pointy, you know.
All right, leave me alone, okay?
Could have
I was having
put someone
a
else
dream
out.
of like this big monster called the Baby Babuski is chasing me.
Ah, yes. I have the same dream. It's terrifying.
Just remind me to keep it unloaded when I go to bed.
I think it would make sense if we would just finish our rest now. We've heard a lot of things. I think we should sleep on this.
Just a question, everybody. Are we going to, should we put something in place where we, kind of keep an eye on each other? I mean, there's already been one person infected with that red stuff.
We have somebody here that can heal us, right, sir?
And I can see if it infects any of us.
Well, that's handy. Well, good. Let me guess, your quote-unquote God gives you that ability, huh?
She does, but don't worry. I know how you feel about that, and I'll make sure not to check you. I wouldn't want to make you feel uncomfortable.
Oh, it's okay, because, I'm perfect just the way I am. It's okay. Yeah. I'll let you know if I feel anything weird.
So.
Yeah, I'll just let you know if I feel something weird going on.
Bia, are you any good at making traps to cover our tracks?
So while you were having that conversation, Bia would have gone to find a corner away from everybody else and curl back up.
Gone to sleep.
Trazen, traps don't cover tracks. They leave breadcrumbs.
Trazen will look up at the ceiling. Are there any stalactites?
Yeah, there's a few. Pretty common.
Look down back at Cillian.
Perhaps we should loosen up a few of these. Any tremors after we leave? Maybe they'll drop, and by chance, they will strike.
The chance of a tremor happening when they're passing through is slim.
I know. That's why we'll put a tripwire made of spider silk at the entrance.
I'll leave that to you. Such mechanics are beyond my expertise.
It's alright, Uranus. I don't know much of your kind, but clever actions should remain with myself and Cillian.
Really don't know what to tell you, Trazen, unless those things on the thread. You're talking to the wrong guy.
Oh, I think you know exactly what I need. Or you're capable of it, at the very least. Up there. He points up.
Up to the stalactites, he'll point to Cillian, and Trazen will gather a bit of silk. As he actually casts Find Familiar with his own familiar, creating another spectral spider.
Nice.
Dual spider action.
Dual spider. So you want to try and get up towards the stalactites, towards the roof, loosen them, and then rig them to some sort of mechanism that'll cause them to drop if someone passes a point on the ground.
Correct.
Okay. We will need somebody proficient in survival to do that.
Survival?
Yep. Trap setting.
Oh, I'm gonna give myself guidance, and I'm gonna do that. I will use my sessional, and I will use my guidance.
Fantastic. Go ahead and guidance.
18.
18. Okay, so yeah. The room that you are currently in only has one entrance, as many of the different spaces that you all have chosen for rest. You're able to rig it up so that if anyone passes through the center of the room, after, of course, you set this trap, it will drop several stalactites on their head. How you go about doing that, I don't know. I am no engineer, nor am I a trap setter, but with an 18 in survival, you can make that work.
So essentially, there's going to be a tripwire of spiderweb that will pull the stalactites down towards whatever trips. So, you know what I mean? Like, if somebody steps on it, or steps through it,
Right.
not on it, but through it, they'll bring the stalactites back, because it's a spiderweb. It pulls backwards along the outcropping of the walls. It's not like there's webs going up towards them. It goes along the walls and connects to the top, which we chiseled out little cracks, and brings them in.
So with enough pressure, it drops them down. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Well done, Cillian. You did an admirable job.
Thank you. You're heavier than you look. Good balance.
Perhaps you should get some more rest, though.
Yeah, let's go to sleep underneath those loose stalactites now.
Exactly. Nothing like sleeping with excited energy, right?
Absolutely. As he unloads his crossbow.
Nice. Alright, everyone, go ahead and finish out your long rest. We already rolled for encounters this evening last session, so there's no need to do so again. Go ahead and take your long rests, and as soon as you have all done that, We will proceed on to day 5.
A long rest. Do we level up?
No.
DM, may I get a may Schrodinger get a like some zombie mouse or zombie rat or something for his familiar?
Yeah, of course. So you just want, we'll just give you a rat token to use for that, and we will call it a zombie.
Alright.
And a spectral spider.
And a spectral spider.
Or just a spider.
Right, we'll give you a spider and call it spectral. Is what we'll do.
Yep, that's fine.
Schrodinger, controllable by Schrodinger. Spider. Schrodinger, there is your mouse. I'll drag it into the compendium for you right now. And Trazen, there is your spider familiar. Okay.
Does Trazen know find familiar?
Yep.
Yeah, he's over here rocking, being able to cast through his familiar.
Now that I have a familiar, not a familiar, the tarantula is my spell focus, therefore I can cast Find Familiar. And yes, I do know it.
Alright. So everybody,
but
go ahead.
Find Familiar has 10 or 15 GP worth of
it
components,
does
doesn't
have it does have material components, that is correct. Material components that it is unlikely that you all possess at the moment.
Range of feet on fog.
Yeah, it's the.
Oh,
it's the
10
incense.
GP worth
Yeah.
of gold.
It's the
I will
incense.
cut up Via's legs until 10 gold falls from her legs and then make. Alright, fine.
So, while you're traveling, if you come across any particularly dense sections of fungal growth, there's a possibility we might be able to harvest something that could be used as incense, but that would be very rare and difficult, and it wouldn't just be in regular mushroom patches along. Like, there are actual mushroom growth patches that they might be in, but they're not going to be very, very seldom. And, well, you all are about to get to Sloobludop, so that's probably the place to consider picking that up.
Schrodinger has 10 gold, and he'll spend it on this.
So Schrodinger, it's actually an important note to make, because you have this game works a little bit differently than my other games. Because of the survival aspect, we're not doing the thing where gold translates directly into the materials you need for them. You actually need to find that stuff. It's a little bit different than my other games, and since you weren't here for session 0, it's fair that you don't know that. But yeah, so we're not just translating 10 GP into incense for this particular game. Because of the survival nature of it and the entire idea of you start with next to nothing, yeah, finding those material components will actually be something you'll need to do. So, like, you need to find incense if you want to do that one druid, the one wildfire druid thing. You need the actual gilded acorn, like that kind of stuff. We'll actually need to track down.
Hey, Trazen, are you using your wild shape, like the alternate rule for that?
No, I'm using it for spores.
No, I'm just saying, because I think the companion, which is a find familiar spell, it's the alternate.
Oh, yeah, but it only lasts for like an hour or 2?
Yeah, I was just going to say, because it doesn't require spell components.
No, he's using it for, he's a spore druid, so no, he's not using it for that.
Okay, I just
currently
didn't know how if you were using that or not, so.
Okay. So yeah, thanks for reminding me about that. I totally forgot about the scarcity of resources in this campaign, specifically being a theme. All right. All right, everybody. So, making out into the Underdark once again, leaving your shelter, and once more traveling towards Sloobludop. Shumshar has assured you that it should only take about 6 days to reach there. You are on your 5th. He did say that it would only take about 4 or 5 days, but your detour added a couple days, making it 6. So, he does say that you are getting closer and closer every day. So let's go ahead and do those d20 rolls, everybody. Let's go ahead and get the checks for encounters as you move further through the Underdark on your way towards Sloobludop.
Just roll it. Oh.
Yep, so we got one d20 there from Trazen. Let's go and get one from somebody else.
Is there anything we can do to, like, can we be vigilant and, like, observing our surroundings?
Yes, you can. The benefit towards... Y'all want more encounters? Because we can do that.
If it means you level up, then yes.
I think it does.
Then no.
So, Uranus, for your question, you can slow your pace down, which would make it so that you have a better opportunity to notice potential ambushes, potential dangerous terrain features. You'll have a better opportunity to notice them, which may lead to being able to circumvent or avoid them. May not. But that is what slowing down your pace does. It makes it easier for you to notice things as you're traveling past them, less susceptible to ambushes and things like that. However, it also has the adverse effect of making your pursuer's job a bit easier.
Yeah. We're being actively pursued, I guess, at this point.
Is there anything we can do to make it harder?
Yeah.
Can we cover our tracks?
Well, yeah. Anytime that you want to take some sort of
action. I just made a trap.
Yeah, the trap itself.
I just made a trap.
The trap itself will help. Basically, once a day, you can take some sort of action to reduce the threat that they pose to you, your pursuers. Trazen's action would have accounted for that. So.
Cool.
Okay. So, traveling through the Underdark, another day. Tunnels seeming to blend together. Almost feels like you're going in circles, but Shushar seems confident that he knows where he's going. Every time you come to a fork in the road, he puts his nose to the air, takes a deep breath, and confidently leads you into a new direction. This plays out throughout the day until you all find yourselves in a wide open cavern. Rather large space. You and all of your companions, all of the other prisoners, making your way into this large space. I need perception checks from... Actually, let's go ahead and get passive perceptions. What is everybody's passive perception?
15.
Taking a look.
15's good, okay.
13.
14.
Also
9.
15.
9.
9.
All right.
No, let's just
Sarah trips over.
down with the 9s.
Hey.
I'll make sure you don't hit the ground.
Curse is 11.
Okay. So the 15s, as you're moving through this cavern, you'll notice something a little odd about it. You two can both make perception checks.
Okay.
Yeah, so Sarah, you know, the story of the golden-haired girl and the 3 bears is very interesting. I should tell you that one while you carry me.
Awesome. Okay.
Oh, wow!
23.
Is this an active check or
Nice
just
rolls, guys?
This is
Exactly.
so your
Yeah.
passive is for you to notice that there was something odd with the room. This check is to see what exactly is odd.
I mean, like, would it be situationally okay for me to cast guidance on myself?
Yes,
that
it would.
kind of
No.
active
Yes,
check?
it would. However, a 23, Uranus, you're not going to do much better than that.
I kind of want to be plaques.
Okay, go for it. Add your bonus.
I can cast guidance also.
Ooh, it's a roll-off.
Okay. So, as you're making your way through this larger cavern that you find yourselves in, Trazen and Uranus, you notice a odd lack of wildlife. Normally, there's been bugs, rats, even some bigger moles, or evidence of them at least, scattered around, especially in larger caverns like this. Larger caverns like this seem to be congregating points for the prey animals of the Underdark, the larger rats and other such creatures that live down here. There is no trace of them. Furthermore, there appear to be scratch marks and claw marks throughout the ground, as if something was dragged across this stone surface. Or many things were dragged across this stone surface as they struggled against whatever was dragging them.
Trace is going to put his hand firmly against Aranis's chest.
Halt! There seems to be something very off about where we're going.
Agreed. There's no... Even for a place as desolate as this, there's no wildlife.
What do you expect, a trap, or...?
Not a trap, I think. Given the lack of wildlife, it's something that's been here a while. I think a thing lives here, maybe.
Aranis, as you say that, you notice long, fibrous tendrils beginning to snake out of a large stalactite rising up out of the ground in the center of this chamber. These tendrils are reaching towards several of your companions, of your traveling companions, as you notice them reaching out.
Watch out!
As you say that, a bright red eye opens in the center of that stalactite. And we are going to roll initiative.
Yeah, I know this is.
All right. Okay, everybody, let's roll.
I can't see anything. Why am I so
Can't see
blind?
much either.
I have a plume of fire. Just give me dark vision, 60 feet. I will always cast. I will always have.
So you're just always gonna have that, so I can make it so that you're always shedding that light. Then,
Yeah.
and you can change it if you decide to change it.
Exactly. I can snuff it out.
So I'll go ahead and turn that into your default token. Then, what's the distance on the light?
60 feet.
So 30-30.
Yep. Let me.
Is it supposed to be a torch of some kind?
No, it's light.
Oh, it's light. So 20.
From Vex. Vex. What is it?
If it's light, if it's a light spell, I think it's 20.
It's the light spell. It's 2020.
Oh, 2020. Okay.
Okay,
I was gonna
Trazen, adjusting now.
And
Your token now permanently emits 40 feet of light.
Schrodinger's sight is also messed up. It should have 60 feet of dark vision.
Okay, thank you. Anybody else's sight messed up while I'm fixing all of it right now?
As far as I can tell, no.
Okay.
Do I have 120?
Checking.
Wait, do I have...
Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
Okay.
Schrodinger. Fixing yours now. Schrodinger, you're all set. Okay, so everybody except for Trazen and Aranis are surprised.
Even with my warning?
Trazen and Aranis, yeah. Yep. Actually, you know what?
Oh god, why am I over here?
You did notice all of this, and you did shout a warning for everybody. So, let's do this. Everybody make perception checks. All of you. We'll say that the NPCs are surprised regardless, but anybody that can get over, we'll call it a 14 on your perception will not be surprised for this encounter.
Excluding myself and Aranis, right?
Correct. You are both not surprised regardless.
What if we get surprised on them?
They don't realize.
I'm
They
rolling
don't know. We know.
23.
Okay.
Do I get surprised on them?
Yeah, so Sarah, the baby owlbear said, "Oh, something's eating my bones. I don't know. Oh crap! What the hell is that?"
What do you mean? No, the story. Continue, please.
All right, everybody. Who should be the initiative roll for the other characters? Let's see. Let's go ahead and have it be Stool. So Stool and Sarah, you're gonna control Eldeth, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. And they got a really low initiative. Okay.
Do you that?
I guess we're done here.
How would you know if I didn't roll it?
Any
Ha!
Any
See
other
that roll?
NPCs
Does that look low to
need
you,
be
my
controlled?
sir?
All right, Bia. Did you get above a 14 on your perception? No, you did not. You are surprised. Trazen, What are you gonna do?
Alright, I'm going to look at my... Oh, God. Sorry,
this is what the stalactite looks like now, by the way.
Oh god.
You'll be fine.
Hi, friends.
Oh, he's over there. Okay, I will use my Halo of Spores ability. Or Circle of Spores? God damn. One of them uses my thing. There's Halo of Spores and Circle of Spores. My bad. I don't know. I'm going up to him. I'm gonna cast a thing. If it does, it doesn't. Bop. Wait, I'm gonna go over here. Bop. I'm using my ability, whatever that is.
Okay.
Which one is it?
Halo.
Surround. Yep.
Okay. So you want the Roper to make a con save at the beginning of its turn.
Correct.
Okay. Anything else?
I just hit it with. I hate this API. Oh my god, sorry.
Which one's bothering you?
All of it. I don't use it, and it hurts.
Do you want it gone? The big purple buttons on your top of your screen?
It's fine.
Okay, I can get rid of whenever you want. 10 does not hit. It strikes, and it seems like you just struck. It seems like you just hit a rock, like a solid hunk of stone with your club.
Defend me! I'm in danger. Oh my goodness.
Alright, that's the end of his turn.
Uranus.
Uranus will hold up his hand and he'll call upon the light of Elestri to mark that creature so that my allies can see it clearly as I cast Fairy Fire. I know it's a 20-foot cube, but I'm thinking it's tall enough that I can do it and it's just like above everyone's head.
Let me go ahead. Ah.
Because I mean, given how large he's like large.
He is large.
Or just or maybe like a
Yeah, I'm gonna get you a
diagonal
template out right now.
Like if we're talking 3D, if we did like a diagonal.
So we don't do diagonal across squares because that allows for the inclusion of way more squares and things like fireballs and things like that. So just 1 second, I'll grab you a Fairy Fire token and you can decide where you want to put it.
Squared circles.
So that is a safe spot for you, Uranus.
Oh, hell yeah. I'll do that.
There you go. So yeah, so for future reference, we don't do things like that because look at all the extra squares you get out of that.
I was thinking more in a 3D sense. Like if I make it like a diagonal, one of the tips could just be hitting it and not hit anyone else.
Yeah. So
you can move it down one to hit this guy.
If you want.
Oh, that's our ally. No, don't do that. Oh, those are allies.
Yeah, are those those are our friends?
No,
right?
those are friends.
Those are friends.
Are definitely friends.
Okay, that's why I was asking if the Roper was the only enemy because I wasn't sure.
Yes. So everyone's here. Everyone's here in this cavern with you all. This is not one of those encounters where you get to go off ahead of your group. Everyone's here.
I will so I'll use my action to cast Fairy Fire on the Roper.
Okay. Dex save.
It better fail.
Oh, right. It does in fact get a 5.
Oh, thank God.
All right. So the creature begins to glow with a faint aura.
Yes. It will be a pale white aura.
Okay.
Reminiscent of moonlight.
Nice.
It also now emits light for anyone who is struggling to see. As
Low
do all
light.
of its tentacles, I imagine.
Okay. Okay.
So hopefully people should see things if they're about to hit them.
Okay. Okay.
And
Anything else
then-
from Uranus?
I will say a quick prayer to Alestri to protect us and aid us in this battle.
All right.
But
Becker,
other
you
than
get a
that,
turn.
nothing.
Okay, so Becker. This is a mushroom right here,
Yes.
and that is how tall?
This little cap right here. 2-3
Correct.
feet.
Is it big enough where Becker can get behind it and get some cover?
Yes.
Okay, so Becker will use 20 feet of his movement, and he's going to move behind that. And he will, as he's running for cover, go, hey, Sarah, watch out. Don't worry. You got it. Just hit it.
What?
And he's going to give her, she will get inspiration for my bonus action.
Is that a D6?
It's
Yeah,
a
we're level-
D6
we're level
right
two,
now.
so-
Ah, yeah. Low level. All right,
Level 2.
D6. Hell yeah.
And then as Becker gets behind there, he will target the roper.
Yep.
I can't target it for some reason.
Oh, there's no targeting. You just let me know what you want to hit and go for it.
Okay. I'm going to target it with my crossbow and take a shot.
Okay.
It will be a sneak attack since it is at advantage, correct?
Yep.
And Becker misses.
Yeah. Well, just real quick, you would have had sneak attack because of Trazen being there, but what would have given you advantage, just for future reference?
Doesn't anybody that can see the fairy roper on the fairy fire?
Yes.
Oh, yep,
Thank
fairy
you.
fire.
Yes,
Yep,
fairy
yep.
fire is giving
That's
everyone
right.
advantage. Yes, thank you. Okay.
Okay. So Becker will shoot. He'll pull up his crossbow as he dives behind there. Take this. Shit. Hey, watch out. There's a crossbow bolt coming your way, Schrodinger. And that will end Becker's turn.
Okay. Schrodinger does not have. Schrodinger is surprised. Brings us to the Roper. Okay, here we go. 15.
Hey. A lot of damage. I die. Everyone dies.
Okay. Uranus, a tendril goes whipping towards you. Another one goes flying towards Jimjar. Another towards Turvy. And then one last one towards 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Sarah. Alright, so that is Uranus, Jimjar, Turvy, and Sarah. Uranus will start with you. One of the tendrils goes lashing out towards you. It's a 14 to hit, Uranus.
Misses.
Alright, next one goes for Jimjar. A 12. Meets to be. One of the tendrils wraps itself around Jimjar and he drops to the ground as it starts to pull him towards it. Sarah. Tendril goes towards you. That's an 18 to hit.
Meets 8. Yeah, I'm 18. Yeah,
You are
that's it.
also wrapped up and grappled in one of those tendrils. There is no damage, but you are caught.
Okay.
Okay, so Uranus, Jimjar, Sarah, and now Turvy. It's a 20 to hit Turvy. Turvy is also grappled. All four of you are dragged 25 feet towards it. So if that brings you right up to its face, that brings you right up to its face.
Hey, Jimjar, I bet you 20 gold that he's gonna eat ya.
Well, you would be unfortunately incorrect as it rears up to take a bite out of Trazen.
Oh.
Does it take damage from my service?
It does. Sorry. Constitution saving throw.
Yep.
It gets a 5. It fails.
Alright, it dies.
No.
3!
It fails.
3 more damage.
Alright. Okay, yep, no damage resistance for that, so good to go. So it takes 3 points of poison. And then promptly tries to bite your head off.
Bring it.
15 to hit.
Wow, I don't know what my...
It looks like your AC is 17, Trayson.
17. Yep.
So it rears up its massive bulk and launches and leans itself over Trayson and tries to crunch down on him. You all hear teeth grinding against barky armor as this thing tries to take a bite out of Trayson, but cannot seem to break through his armor. Sarah, you are surprised. Cillian, did you break the 14 with your perception check?
I'm going to use my sessional, so I'm going to say no.
Oh, so you are not surprised then? So you used a sessional to get over 14?
Yes.
Fantastic.
I got 14 exactly.
Yeah, awesome. Go ahead.
Okay, Cillian's going to go nope and back up 10 feet.
These ledges here are just difficult terrain.
I guess they'll make it. And pew pew, shooting
Pew.
twice.
Okay, 15 bounces off of its rocky hide.
22.
22 hits.
6 damage.
Right. Finds purchase and crossbow bolt slips between one of its armored plates. You all hear it let out a gurgly cry and kind of convulse a bit.
That's my turn.
All right. Whoa! What the fuck? Okay. So, at this point, we're going to get to the NPCs. So anybody that's controlling an NPC can go ahead and go. So Sarah, you can act for Eldeth. What does Eldeth do?
She would want to retreat to the up here, so she could move 15 feet because it's difficult terrain, I guess.
Right. Anytime you're moving across one of the.
Didn't you say all the NPCs were surprised automatically?
Oh, I did. Thank you for reminding me, Mia. Appreciate it. Okay, so moving past all of them, and Mia, that does bring us to you.
Sorry, sir. I didn't mean to cut you off there, but
No, you're...
anyway, though, no longer distracted by Becker's incessant talking, Bia will turn on the horrible, mouthy creature. And, 2 normal attacks. That's fine.
16 does not hit.
It's not a hit.
Yeah, its rocky hide is just very, very hard.
Huh?
19 does not hit.
That's my turn.
Trayson.
Really? The 19, huh? That's what we're doing. This game we're playing today.
That's
All
the
right,
game we're playing today.
All I can say is thank God for Fairy Fire to give us a little extra hit.
God, everything I do is a attack. Oh no! I will cast Thunderwave.
Nice. Okay. 10-foot cube focused on you, so you're gonna get Topsy in that. I mean, you're gonna get Turvy in that.
No, on me, it would be. But you can't see that. So it would be like here.
Where?
Do you see? Oh, up. Yep. There you go.
What's the one I'm thinking about that's the 10-foot cube centered on you?
Thunderwave is worded like that. You might be thinking of the same thing, but it is not that. It is worded that way, but it's not that.
It's a 15-foot cube originating from you.
Okay, originating from you. Okay, so you can point it if you want to. Got it.
Yep.
It sweeps out from you in a 15-foot cube.
Got it. Okay.
Yep. So it misses everybody and hits just the bad boy.
Okay. Is this the one that can be audible within 300 feet?
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
Makes loud noises.
Okay, con save from the creature. It does get an 8 on that con save, taking the 9 thunder.
It's gonna get pushed 10 feet away.
Including Bia?
I don't know. It's gonna go up against the wall. It can shunt via north.
Yeah, Bia, go ahead and move yourself to an open space 5 feet away from yourself. An empty space. There you go. Okay.
Don't like how close he is now.
Come at me, rope thing.
And my turn.
I guess we're still attached to it.
Yes. Yes, actually. Forced movement breaks grapples, so anybody that was grappled by it is no longer. Yep.
Nice job. Good. Nice spell, Trace.
You're welcome, Sarah.
Wow, that's really
Thank you.
nice. I didn't know that. Forced movement breaks grapples.
Yes, it
huh?
does. I believe that
Neither
is an
did
actual
I.
rule.
And
Good
there we go.
job, Trazen.
Aranis will.
Yeah, the text reads: if the creature is, if something is pulled out of your reach forcibly, the grapple ends. So,
Well, how long is its reach?
Probably 10 at most.
no,
They're 15.
you're right, Bia. So everyone is still grappled by it, but you're not adjacent to it anymore.
I'm such an ass.
Yeah, Bia's just in there with the DM help today. Its range is substantial.
No,
Oh, okay.
Rules are good. Rules help us control the fun.
Yes.
So we're beside it, but not grappled?
No, you are grappled by it, but you are not beside it. So, Sarah, you, Jimjar, and Turvy are all still technically wrapped up in Tendril, but you're not next to it anymore.
So Sarah would be between Jimjar and Turvy down there, over there?
No movement from Jimjar, Sarah, or Turvy.
Yeah, I'm seeing Sarah on top of the roper. That's what I was wondering.
Oh, that's a lag then.
Rope is here.
Yeah, Sarah's back over here.
Okay, yeah, I'm showing. I'll relog and
Okay.
the screen just. There you go. Thanks.
Are the tendrils targetable?
You can certainly try.
Aranis will hold out his hand, and he will call down radiance on the tendril that's holding Sarah.
Okay.
Not the one like specifically on her, but like the one on the ground there.
Okay, like the one that's reaching towards her.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like I don't want to.
So what exactly did you want to do to it?
Sacred Flame. Can I make a dex save?
It automatically fails. Okay. Uranus, it does ignite and begin to sizzle and burn, but it does not break.
Okay, that's all I can do.
Okay, Becker.
Becker's gonna try to take another shot. I'm trying to think here.
Fairy Fire still up.
Yeah, Fairy Fire stays up unless you break concentration.
Can I see by this line of sight here to the roper? I can see past that stalagmite right in the middle.
Yes,
right?
yes, you can.
Okay, I'll take a shot at it. That is 50 feet, so I've got 80 feet with my crossbow.
$22 hits. Nice. Okay.
9 points of damage. Hey, Trazen, that was a good job. I that was really loud though. My ears are hurting. And I'll give Trazen some inspiration as well as my bonus action before my turn ends. And Becker's gonna stay put.
What did you say, Becker? I can't hear you.
Well, if you can't hear me, you don't get the inspiration.
All right, Schrodinger, you're up.
Schrodinger is going to open up his spell book, and we're all going to see him kind of flip through the pages and then reach his hand inside of his spell book and pull out 3 glowing humanoid skulls and throw them. He's just gonna throw them directly at the stalactite, casting a magic missile.
Nice. I love that. Okay. Okay. All right.
8
So
force
totally good
damage.
stuff. Like how you all have so quickly switched to trying to do things that don't require you to hit this thing. All right. That does bring us to its turn. Now, there are lots and lots of tasty things far away from it still, so 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. Okay. Oh no! One of the tendrils grabs Stool.
No!
Going for Stool, it does get a 25, wraps thoroughly around Stool. And the next one, Cillian. Tendril comes launching towards you. It is a 15 to hit you, Cillian.
That's my AC.
All right, a tendril grabs a hold of you, and in one violent pull, oh, I'm sorry, it has one more tendril to use. There's only 3 people captured currently. That makes 4 and 5. Another 6. Oh my god. Okay.
6, 6, 6.
This one goes for Eldeth. To hit Eldeth does hit. Okay, Stool, Cillian, and Eldeth, you are all dragged 25 feet straight towards the creature.
Does that rough terrain slow me down?
No, it does not. You are being dragged across it. So, where does that put you, Cillian? That does put you right in front of it right there.
What about the ones already
They are also pulled towards it. So Sarah, go ahead and put yourself somewhere within 5 feet of it. Wow, it has 6 of you, and Trazen's just there hanging out. Okay. Yep. All right. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 good targets.
Did it make a Constitution save?
It did not, but it will right now. That is Schrodinger. Oh no. Okay. Con save. Does get a 9 for failing the con save.
Takes a whopping big damage.
1 point of damage.
Die! Die!
At least you don't have to hit to get that damage.
Right?
Yep. That's what it... Yep.
Let me see if it specifies. Makes 1 bite attack. Okay. Schrodinger, it does turn towards you and rear up and try... Wait, Schrodinger, you're not a couple of you are not captured by it. Okay, so it does attempt to bite you, Schrodinger.
No, Schrodinger was just there. He just happened to be where things were happening.
Schrodinger,
someone had to shove it.
16 to hit, Schrodinger.
That's gonna hit.
Alright, no shield or anything?
Ah, it's not ready. No, it's not prepared.
You all see this thing rear up, and Schrodinger... You all see this thing rear up and pull its head up towards Schrodinger. Its mouth opens wide, so you need to stand. You hear several clicks as the mouth opens entirely too wide, and then almost like a top closing just comes down and smashes onto Schrodinger. Schrodinger, you take 25 points of piercing.
Oh, he's dead.
Oh, not dead.
He's He's dead.
Is that?
It's not. You're not dead. You
Wait,
would have to take.
how much HP?
He would need 20. It would need to be 29 to kill him outright.
Would it be? How much HP does he have?
He has 14. He took 25.
Oh, I
is
see
not
7.
double.
I see 7.
Oh,
and
that's
I thought
Stool.
he
That's
was
Stool.
done. Okay.
That's 7 is still.
Okay. I thought he
must be
was.
Stool.
Okay. I thought he was deleted from existence. Okay.
But no, he's unconscious and bleeding everywhere from a massive bite wound, but still alive. Sarah,
No, he wishes he wasn't.
right?
Destroy the evil thing, Sarah. Please? Thank you.
Okay, so Sarah is grappled,
Yes.
so she can't do anything.
Your speed is 0.
Your speed, your movement, you can do anything.
Oh,
Is it grappled or restrained?
They're grappled,
Grappled,
not restrained. right?
restrained. Yep. At least that's what he said. There it is. Yep. Your movement is 0. You're good.
oh. Okay. Oh,
It says the word Thunderwave spell.
I know, that's crazy. I was just reading.
What?
Yeah.
I thought you typed that in. No. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, everybody.
So did it break it or no?
No, it didn't,
No,
because this
no.
thing has like a 60-foot reach.
Oh. Okay. Okay. So with the tendril, wrapped tightly around her waist, she takes her free arm and with all her might slashes at the grotesque being.
Okay. At the creature directly. Got it. 24 hits.
Are you a paladin?
Yeah.
Oh, it's cool. Cool. It's cool. If there's something you can do on hit that paladins can do.
No, but I think I can determine that after I.
After you hit. After you hit, yeah. So
Sorry,
24
that was
hits.
me. Sorry, there was a lag in my click.
Okay.
So then she, so as she raises her sword up, you see like a surge of light energy kind of beam down her arm and through to the tip of the blade as she attempts to smite the creature.
All right. So 5 slashing and
And then 2d8 smite damage.
smite.
Wait, my first smite ever. Woo!
Nice. Okay.
Come
So
on.
15 total.
Yeah.
All right.
Good job, Sarah. I knew you could do it. Good job.
All right. Blade cracks down into the stony creature. Radiant energy bursts out of it. That certainly hurt, but it is still very much up and moving, trying to eat. The good news is, though, Sarah, that massive hit has drawn its attention away from the unconscious form of Schrodinger.
Look at me. Woo.
The eye turns towards you.
Look at me.
Do you have a bonus action?
No.
Jesus. Spell. Shield of Faith?
We're level 2.
Shield of Faith! Ara!
But I cast it. But I used it.
Nope. Smite is not a spell.
Yeah,
Smite
smite
is
is
not.
not.
Yeah,
It
smite
uses
is
a
not
spell slot.
Yeah.
So yeah, they are correct. Smite does not count as a casting of a spell for the purpose of only being able to cast one leveled spell.
I'm not familiar with
Shield-
paladins, but are there?
Faith is not a. Oh, it's a bonus action. Okay, so she uses her bonus action. So the shimmering light that flowed down her arm to the tip of sword now moves in reverse and surges through her armor. She is now lit like a beacon.
Awesome.
Come at me.
Okay,
Gently.
Cillian. Gently.
That was cool. And I just
That was really cool.
raise my crossbow and go.
15 bounces off of it, unfortunately. 21.
What?
You cancel out your disadvantage because of your sharpshooter, right? Or do you have?
Yep.
Okay.
Crossbow expert.
Crossbow expert. There it is. There it is. Hi.
There's also
Okay.
no advantage
21
from.
hits. Yep.
7 damage.
7 damage. All right.
You know what? I'm gonna surge my action and do it again. No, I'm not.
All right. Okay, that
Cillian,
does bring
try
us
harder, please, for the
to-
love of all that is holy and all the gods we represent. Try. Oh,
Doing more damage than you, Trazen.
I'm sorry. I'm very sorry.
All right, so we'll get to. So who's controlling NPCs other than
I have Stool.
You have Stool. Okay. Anybody else? So we have Stool and Eldeth being controlled by players. Anybody else?
I'll control Sareth if you want.
Yeah, go for it. Let me go ahead and get his character sheet assigned to you.
Us drow bros.
Now that he is no longer controlled by mushrooms, you can totally have sheet.
Issue is, I'm pretty sure he just leave.
Right. Okay, so you all can act for them in just a moment. So Shushar is going to duck over here behind the mushroom with you, Becker. He's gonna look over to you and says, "That thing is ugly."
Ah, look who's talking.
He kind of gives you a look, like, just like a stoic face look. And Boopido is going to look around towards all of you, scream, and run away. As he is running, as he passes right through there, you all hear a crack as something drops down from the ceiling towards Boopido.
Oh boy.
No, another one, is there?
Alright. So it drops from the ceiling right towards Boopido's head.
What the hell is it?
16 does in fact strike Boopido for 5 piercing. Oh, okay, never mind. It does more than that. It does. The ceiling is 40 feet up, so it does take an additional 46.
Ouch.
So Boopido takes 15 points of piercing. Oh,
He's still up.
barely. Goes stumbling forward, like, grabbing on the top of his head, is now bleeding profusely. Stumbles forward and then tries to crawl further away when another drops onto him.
God.
That also hits Boopido.
It was nice knowing him.
So this one, oh no, drops directly like a spike down from the ceiling and strikes Boopido squarely in the back, impaling him into the ground.
Oh my god.
Boopido has taken over his damage threshold and damage and is dead.
Hey, Trazen, are you taking notes? Look, that's how those traps should work.
Fool,
Man, it's
work.
just traumatized.
Okay. Other NPCs. Topsy is going to shriek into the air and throw his arms back, and his arms begin to elongate and stretch, growing fur and claws on them.
Is
His
Topsy the one
face-
that's grappled or the one that's
He's the one that
back?
is not grappled.
Okay.
His face begins to elongate into almost like almost like a rat's snout. He is going to howl and then charge towards his brother.
Ah, you don't see that every day.
All right. So he is just going to charge over and jump on top of the creature and just grab it by the head in this new rat-like form. What are Sereth, Eldith, and Stool going to do? We'll start with Sereth.
Sareth, well, is there anything here where he can take cover behind?
Yeah, this ledge is good enough to get behind.
Okay.
You can get 3/4 cover
will-
behind that.
Okay. He'll come up a bit and use his hand crossbow on it.
Okay.
And then duck back down. So, he does this with advantage. Let me just get the toggle. Okay, boom. Boom. Oh, sorry.
21 hits.
I'll change that to the gem thing.
Go ahead.
Where is it? Here we go. Query Whisper. That hits. Perfect.
Roll damage. 3 piercing and a con save from the creature.
Yes.
It gets a 10.
Oh, perfect. It's poisoned.
All right. That's a good thing.
Oh, no, no. No. It's not poisoned. Will be
It's
poisoned
poisoned
for 1
for a
hour
minute.
if the saving throw fails by 5 or more.
Oh, it's also unconscious. So the way that works is it's poisoned if it fails to save. If it fails to save by 5 or more, it drops unconscious.
Ah, fair enough.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. Drop poison. Good stuff.
I need to get some of that. Maybe South can hook me up. That's what he can do.
Okay. So that brings us to Stool. What's Stool gonna do?
Run, Stool, run!
Stool's
Stool
grappled.
will do the thing that he always wanted to do, and that is become the hero and smash. Hulk smash. With his fist! His
He absorbs
Head?
the rope.
His head, yeah, would be a headbutt from him. 19,
19!
just misses. Oh
What's
no.
up? Wait, what?
19 just misses.
Advantage?
No.
The 19
that's-
is the advantage.
No.
Damn.
Okay. Stool is flailing wildly. Barely missing. Barely missing.
Okay. Eldeth.
Okay. Aldith is grappled, but her arms are free, so she will take out her short swords. Feel the sting of Moradin's blades, and she will attack twice.
Nice.
18?
No.
Nope.
23 hits.
23?
Is it just a normal roll if you're grappled or restrained?
Grapple and restrained does not. Restrained gives the disadvantage, I believe. Grapple does not.
How do I do the damage here?
You just click the attack button
Oh, okay.
on the. Yep, there you go.
That's good damage.
Yeah, good job.
Nice. Okay, so another 7. Okay, that is all of them. Brings us to Bia. Or Bupido.
Ah. Well, Bia can't see Bupido. Doesn't matter. Because rage is pulsing in her ears. She's gonna yell at the top of her lungs in rage. And take a big swing.
Nice. 20 hits. That doesn't seem right.
Oh. Oh, it's because I
you
clicked the
still in the
wrong one.
offhand. Yeah, you're good. Go and roll damage off of that for your first attack. Okay, so 9. Creature's beginning to fall apart.
That's the only attack, because I used my bonus action.
Rage. Okay, Trazen.
Okay. Trazen will whisper into the earth. You'll see a bubble up with moisture and pus bubbling under the roper and straight towards Schrodinger. His words, a mere whisper. However, Schrodinger will find postulates of like spores right by his face. Whee! Healing word.
This doesn't sound like a healing
This
effect.
doesn't sound like a healing word.
It is, though. He breathes it in. He tastes it in his mouth.
And it's
5
so
healing.
revolted, dies.
And that is his action. Or bonus action.
Bonus
Oh,
action.
bonus action is a healing word. Woo, smash. Nope.
Unsuccessful
no.
smash.
No, it's fine. He swings, he whispers into the ground. Schrodinger, you're back up with 5 health. That's
All right,
it.
Schrodinger, you've got your 5 health. Uranus.
Sorry, just checking on distance or something. Within 30 feet. Okay. Uranus will look inside of himself for that divine light from Elestri, and he will say a prayer to her in Undercommon as he unleashes it to everything within 30 feet. Can all of the enemies within 30 feet please make a con save?
Yeah.
Enemies, though. Is Stool an enemy? Is these boys?
No, but Trazen is, unfortunately.
Ah!
Each hostile creature, so if you're not hostile towards me, that's not
Okay.
What is it? Con save?
Con save, yeah.
DC and damage?
13.
Good
No,
thing,
no,
good
it's
thing
not
Becker's
praise that
40
I'm
feet
kidding.
away.
I don't consider you hostile.
He considers you hostile.
Yeah.
All right,
So
how
it's
is there
Roper
damage?
And these two. Let me roll damage. Sorry. It is 2d10 plus 2.
Holy shit.
That
What?
spell is so good.
What?
That cleric thing, whatever it is.
2d10. I need to get a button for it on my. Because I'm sick of having to manually roll this. Oh, Carl, are you kidding me?
Half on success?
Oh.
Yeah, half in success.
Big guy fails, little guy does not.
They both don't fail.
This one doesn't.
They're both within
Wait.
30 feet.
Where?
What one?
Wait, what?
What's one?
Oh, wait.
Constitution
what?
saves, right?
No, what's the
Yeah.
little one?
What little one are you talking about?
The ones
You
that
know
the
you
ones
have-
that murdered
Yeah, the two that just
Lupido.
murdered. What's his name?
I thought they got hit by stalactites.
No?
Nope, they're stalactite creatures, like maybe a pierce.
Oh, sorry. I thought it was
They're
just a-
both within 30 feet.
Well, they both are. Okay. This one
I
fails.
want to reroll. I want to reroll that damage.
I bet you do. Don't always get what you want.
Did you take the piercer feat? No. Okay.
That's
No. Okay.
That was a good
Tough luck.
trip.
Tough luck.
that's pretty
Okay. Anything else for Uranus?
That was my action. For bonus action, I do believe I have nothing.
Okay. Becker.
Becker's gonna take a look around. Just for my information, is this the tunnel here that we came in?
No, you came from the south tunnel.
So we came from down here.
Correct.
And Let me think here. Do those things that I saw those things hit? What was his name?
You would have seen
Bupido?
these two drop from the ceiling and kill Bupido. Yes.
Okay. Do they look like they're moving?
Yes, they look like they are. One of them is in the process of pulling its body out of Bupido, and they are both looking like they're about to start crawling towards the group.
Interesting. Okay. There's a lot of people over there, so Becker's going to take a shot at this one here with this crossbow.
Okay. $19 hits.
And that would, it's going to show the, let me get my sneak attack off of there because there will be no sneak attack for that
Okay.
one, right?
So 10
Ooh.
piercing. Awesome. Good roll.
And Becker's going to, after he takes his shot, he's going to go, hey guys, there's some more monsters up here. And that will be the end of Becker's turn. He's going to stay put. He thinks he's pretty safe from the roper behind the mushroom.
All right. That is going to bring us to Schrodinger.
Schrodinger's once again reaching into his spell book. Well, first Schrodinger's going to get up after getting revived from Trazen, looking a little confused as to where he's at once again.
Bugs coming in and out of your mouth.
And yeah, seeing the danger that everyone is around, he's going to panic and reach his hand in his spellbook once again and throw three magical skulls towards the roper.
All right, so another magic missile. Good stuff.
Another magic missile.
8 force. All right, this thing is falling apart at the seams, but it is still moving. All right. Does bring us to its turn and its little buddies, who have a astounding 5-foot movement speed.
Wow.
What does that even look like?
We can just outwalk them.
Right, like little grubs pulling themselves across the ground slowly. The one up here is covered in blood because it was literally just impaling Bupido. And with that, it has all 6 grappled, so it cannot do any more grappling. It is going to bite. Now, I am going to give a D... What do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Perfect. So, Sarah, you have angered it. We're going to do a D20. If the roll is higher than 10, it is going to attack you. All right, Sarah. It still focuses on you, rears up with its dying and near... With its dying last moments, it is going to attempt to take a nice big bite out of you. And that is a 24 to hit.
Oh, it hits.
Silvery barbs!
Ooh!
All right. So you all see a potential future where this thing does bite Sarah in half. But time rewinds. And instead gets an 18 to hit.
That's a miss.
Right. Sarah, you're up.
Oh. So shadows of a potential future flash before her eyes and almost daze her, and she shakes her head out of it. Oh, are you still living? And she'll take a swipe with her sword.
You got this, Sarah. You got it.
I do, Becker.
Critical. Nice.
Yeah, wonderful last hit. How do you take it down, Sarah?
Oh, can I roll the damage?
Yeah, of course.
Ooh.
Nice.
So with, raising the sword, she'll cut the tendril, holding her, Cillian, and whoever's to the left of her, bringing down the tentacles on the way down, and then she swings on the way up and slices chin through eye through tip of its pointy head.
Wonderful.
Back to the darkness you go, she says.
All right. All of you that are wrapped up in tendrils feel them loosen and drop to the ground. And we are going to go ahead and drop out of initiative.
Even with the little piercer guys?
Yeah,
We're gonna be able to
those
just wipe them
are
up?
inconsequential to deal with. No need to stay in initiative for that. Especially since Becker, you know that they're there. We'll just basically, yeah, you all can be aware of them. So as you move out of this tunnel, whenever you decide to do so, we'll just do some dexterity saving throws at advantage to make sure that you can avoid any that drop on you since you're aware of them. All of you.
Becker's going to get out from behind the mushroom. Oh, wow, that was a close one. I thought it had you there for a minute, Sarah, but looks like things worked out.
Is everyone okay?
I saw my life flash before my eyes, Becker. Then I saw bolts of light above my head. What was it that you did there?
Me? No, I didn't do anything. I just, wow, that was pretty neat.
I thought I was a goner for sure.
Me too. It was amazing.
Yeah, maybe Moradin's looking out for me after all.
Maybe. That glowy light thing you did with your sword was pretty impressive.
Oh, you like that, do you?
Yeah, really nice. You'll have to teach me that.
Oh, I'll try. It's my favorite part of what I do.
And Becker will get out from behind the mushroom and kind of look for his crossbow bolt.
Okay. How many did you fire at it?
I shot. Let me look at my sheet here. Becker has shot 3. He shot 2 at the roper, 1 missed, and shot 1 at the piercer.
Okay. Any of them that missed are unusable. After striking its carapace, they would be destroyed. Any of them that hit the roper or the piercer, you can recover.
All right, so I am down 1. I'm down to 11. Perfect. Thank you.
B, are you dispatching the 2 little grubby things crawling around?
I'll dispatch the one in front of me first.
All right, so it's this little grub thing. It looks indistinguishable from a rock until it starts to move and opens its one little grubby eye. It's crawling around on the ground at 5 feet. You can easily dispatch it. How do you do that?
Just take my axe and kind of split its head like you would with a lobster.
Nice. Okay.
Watch out. They came from the ceiling. Might want to keep an eye above you.
If I look up, do I see any crawling above me?
No, you're not.
So, is this other one gonna
Yeah,
crawl towards
it's
me?
just gonna keep crawling towards whoever's close by to try and eat them.
I'll pick this one up without killing it. Can I just kind of grab it around its midsection so it can't bite me? And...
Let's do a contested athletics check real quick. It got a 4. Yeah, you've got it.
I'll take some of the remaining length of rope out of my bag and kind of tie it together so it's folded against itself, you know?
Okay,
so it can't really move
alright.
properly. And I'd like to... So, once that seems secure, I'll set him down, and I'd like to examine the one that I killed.
Okay.
Does there seem to be anything useful from this body? Do they seem edible? Do they smell foul or demonic?
Make a survival check. Okay. It does.
Inspiration.
Yeah, if you want to use your inspiration, sure. So it does in fact smell otherworldly, foul. It does not seem edible. As far as harvesting from it, yeah, I would say that you can learn a bit about its camouflage and how it's using its rocky body to blend in. I will take note of this. I'll say that your next 2, we'll call it your next 3 stealth checks can be made at advantage from studying this thing and learning how it blends in well.
Okay. So it has an uncannily rock-like looking exterior.
Correct. To the point where if it was not moving, it would be indistinguishable from a rock. If it was not moving and it closed its little eye.
Could I possibly skin these two individuals?
With a 19 in your survival, yes, you can.
Okay, so Bia will take her time. She'll just dispatch the other one if it doesn't seem edible. She'll set about trying to remove these uncannily natural-looking pelts intact.
I'd probably just call them skins. All right.
Skins, yeah.
Okay, good stuff, everybody. So with that, let's go ahead and take our break. Back in 10 minutes, and you all can continue exploring this cavern, doing what you will in here, or moving on towards Sloobludop, whatever you'd prefer. But we will be back in 10 minutes.
Can we do it at level 3?
Actually, yes,
No.
you can.
Yeah?
Seriously?
Yeah,
What?
go ahead and level up, everyone. So, welcome back, everybody. You all have just defeated this creature. Unfortunately, one of your number is dead. The ever-helpful Bupido was slain while trying to escape by several strange creatures dropping from the ceiling.
That's a shame.
And also, Topsy has revealed something about himself in a desperate attempt to save his brother from the Roper. Shifted into a were-rat and then launched himself at the creature. After all is said and done and you all begin to calm down, he kind of timidly shies back. His brother would stand in front of him defensively while Topsy kind of retracts all of his were features. His hands return to their normal, slightly claw-like self. His hair comes back in and his snout retracts back to his Smurfneblin normal origins.
That was kind of interesting.
For some reason, my token is not updating with my current health. The token says I got 14. Character sheet says I've got 20.
No worries. We can. It'll probably update next time we load you onto a battle map.
Word.
It's a common error that happens. Some sort of bad interaction with the APIs, but easy enough to fix. So Topsy and Turvy, when you say that to them, Becker, they would kind of shy away from you protectively and says, "We never hurt anybody. Didn't want to hurt anybody. Had to help my brother."
I'm not like saying anything bad. I just interesting and good job there jumping on it. I think you distracted it so Sarah could get it.
It's gonna eat my brother.
I think it was going to eat all of us, but yeah, I get your point. Good job, Stool. You almost had it.
Stool lets out a little poof of spores, celebratory spores. Topsy and Turvy would give a kind of side-eye glance towards Jim Jar, who's just leaning against a mushroom here, kind of casually picking his nails. Looks over towards it. He's like, "Oh, it doesn't bother me none. You guys are fine." And Jim Jar would look up and says, "The Were Curse, the curse of lycanthropy, is looked down on pretty heavily in deep gnome culture in the Smurfneblin. Luckily, I am elevated above such prejudices. Y'all don't have anything to worry about from me."
Interesting. Yeah, I did. So how about we look around? There might be, we need to find out where the Roper's been stashing his victims. It looks like there's been a few. And I don't know if you guys noticed, but that spell that Trazen used was pretty loud. I'm guessing we might have some guests.
And the pursuers might be able to have heard that. We do a quick look around, and we would have to hurry and be on our way.
How are you doing, Schrodinger? You good?
I feel good as new. Don't hardly feel.
You look a little, I don't know, maybe a little less mangy than before.
And Schrodinger kind of like checks himself where he was bit and seeing the puncture wounds that have already kind of healed up. He just kind of shrugs it off, and I've had worse. Worse has happened to me. He's just nothing.
I saw when we entered this room, I saw evidence that they had dragged other creatures to their death. We should attempt to find them. They might have rations which have survived.
This is wise. We should also keep an eye out for other ropers in case more come crashing down on us.
Yeah, we might want to keep an eye up above us too. That was pretty gruesome. I don't know if you guys caught that, but that thing went right through his head. I mean, it crawled out. It was pretty gruesome.
We may also be able to find some components for our spells while we're at it.
Hey everybody, so anybody that's searching the chamber, go ahead and make an investigation or perception check.
Oh, yeah.
Can I try to heal
or perception.
Bupido?
Bupido is... You go ahead and take a look at him.
Is he healable?
He's all the way up here if you want to go take a look at him. Do you walk up to him?
Yep.
Okay. About 3/4 of his head is gone. The creature crashed down directly into the top of his skull, traveled down through his body cavity, and then dropped out, and then started sliding over towards everyone. He is beyond help of anything beyond a raised death spell. Any other questions?
Looking back, does anybody look like they need like nourishment from meat that they wouldn't know where it came from?
Okay. I thought like we should be watching Trazen.
But as Trazen turns around, he notices Bia kind of finishing scraping off the very wet viscera from the inside of these skins, kind of rolling them up.
Trazen will try to harvest as much from Bupido as he can to sustain his teammates in the adventures to come. As no one is looking.
Becker's too busy looking for.
We can't
other
not
victims.
notice. We can't not notice.
Yeah,
inflated
it's
body.
safe to say that at least somebody would notice Trazen harvesting a humanoid body, and several.
Does Trazen try to?
Go ahead.
Sorry, does Trazen try to butcher?
He tries to harvest. He tries to harvest, not butcher. Like, yeah, butcher.
That's what that is.
Yep.
Don't.
Yep, that's what that is. Those are the words that describe what he's doing.
That's what that noise is.
So, sort of shouldering her newly acquired skins, Bia will go up behind Trazen and grab his shoulder firmly. Smelly one. We do not take meat from humans.
But this one is not a human.
He has legs and arms like a human. We do not take meat from those things.
Is there a reason?
It is not right. They are not part of nature.
They can they decompose like the rest. They can be nourishment like the rest. Are you sure?
My mother made no mistake. These are not food.
As you wish, Bia. But are you... Fine. Sorry. Yes, Bia.
And Trazen will stand up and walk back to the group.
Like a bunch of loose stones around the cavern. Like, I don't know.
Okay. Nice little interaction. I
Size or
like that.
smaller.
What's your question, Cillian?
Are there just like loose stones, like I don't know, like basketball size or smaller? Basically, can I like take them over to the corner by that mushroom and just like build them a cairn? You know, cover them in rocks.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. There's certainly enough loose rubble to make a little burial site for Pupido.
Okay, yeah, I take him on over here to respect him and also hide his body from anybody chasing us.
Nice, good stuff. Okay, so now let's address all of those perception checks. We got a couple really good ones. Fantastic. Okay, so
I didn't perception. I was getting food.
that was a good little interaction there. Don't worry, you got enough perception checks over here.
Okay.
There's enough to get what you all need. So as you're all searching through the cavern, all of you together makes the work quick, not spending too much time in here. But as you're searching through the cavern, you do notice that it is surprisingly picked clean of any remains or anything that would be the remains of a person or their belongings. However, all of those scratch marks get dragged straight to that central section where the roper had been calling its little home. Almost like it had pulled everything to it and then consumed it.
So if I walk up to the roper and just kind of give it a few taps with my axe, is it literally like hitting a rock?
Yes. However, if you were to give it a hard shove, you would hear some things shifting around inside of it.
Is this a demon?
It doesn't appear to be a demon.
No, I think I've heard tales of beings like this. They're not demonic, just naturally repugnant.
Yeah, whatever it is, it definitely has some big teeth. Hey, did you hear that when he pushed it? It's kind of making noise.
You want to crawl in and take a look?
We could probably just cut it open.
Their meat is foul. I have checked.
Probably tilt it back and peer it down into its mouth.
Yeah, I don't think it's very, what's the word? I don't think it's very choosy on what it eats. I think it eats everything whole, so there might be something good inside of it.
So Schrodinger, as you open the mouth and look inside and kind of stick your head in there, it twitches violently for a moment. Almost like it was still alive.
What are you doing there, Schrodinger?
You're talking as if you say there's things inside. I'm taking a look.
Schrodinger, the twitching does kind of release the seal on its esophagus, and you can see down into the central body. There is quite a bit of stuff in there. Old clothes, tattered remains of armor, a couple of weapons in various states of disrepair. Basically the belongings of all the people and entities that it has eaten over the course of who knows how long. Schrodinger, why don't you go ahead and roll 66, please.
Oh god.
The delayed blast fireball.
Schrodinger, inside the body, you find 23, among like the various bodies and pouches and coin purses that you find inside of there. I imagine Schrodinger like disappeared inside of the thing for a moment and is crawling around inside of it, but inside of there, Schrodinger. Good?
I was gonna say, Schrodinger's got rope. He wasn't gonna climb into this.
Okay. Well, rummaging around inside of the body, it is clear that there is valuables inside, the leftovers of various meals. You do find 23 gold pieces worth of assorted coinage. And in addition to that, you do find 2 daggers and a short sword. I don't know if anyone still needs weapons. And if somebody could please roll a d6. Let's have Cillian roll a d6. Fantastic. Cillian. Let's have Cillian, Becker, and Aranis all roll d100s.
Ooh. Okay.
69. Becker, get it.
Nice.
Nice. Okay, so Uranus, you find a little glass bottle filled with a strange-looking bluish liquid. Anyone proficient in Arcana would recognize it as a potion of climbing.
Ooh.
Becker, with your 69. Okay, fantastic. You find a spell scroll, in a airtight little wrapped tube. You find it, and let's see what spell it has. Random
Wish.
all of my little buttons and stuff that I can press.
Teleport.
Random first level spell.
Teleport would be awesome. Wish. It's a wish scroll. Summon Tarask.
It is Longstrider on that spell scroll.
Ah. That might be handy. And since it's on Becker's Longstrider is a bard spell, so he could cast that off the scroll, correct?
Yep.
Yeah. Cool.
And okay, just for future reference, I mean, Becker, if you want to claim the scroll, that's all good. It's up to the group. But whenever we do mass rolls like this, everybody, the individual that rolled the D100 doesn't necessarily get that item. This is what Schrodinger is finding inside of the body. I just like to let everyone roll.
I got it.
Okay,
I was just wondering if since I could cast it, that I could use it.
Yeah, I'm just clarifying that for everyone. And then Cillian, you're 16. You find a potion of fire breath.
Some neat little utility stuff, guys.
Lots of magic stuff down here. Are there possibly any components that were left behind in these backpacks?
I'll let you make an investigation check, Schrodinger. If you manage to get above a 16, we'll say that you found a single component pouch inside.
Crap.
Yep, sorry.
That
You do
is
find a pouch, but it has been eaten through with digestive juices.
Have you used your sessional?
I've not, and sessional wouldn't do anything for that roll.
Yeah, 13 and a 6. Session will just let you take the advantage on a roll that you're seeing already.
Oh, it only lets you. It doesn't let you reroll.
Right.
No
Gotcha,
reroll,
gotcha.
just, yeah.
We'll do some looking around while we're walking. Might possibly find some cave herbs, vines, and crickets and whatnot.
Okay. So Schrodinger, as far as spell components go, every day that you're traversing through the Underdark, we can do a survival or perception or investigation check to see if you can find any spell components that you need.
All right. Probably stick with like investigation or perception as I'm looking around.
Okay.
Survival is not the best.
All right, everybody. So, whenever you all are ready to leave that cavern, I just need dexterity throws from each of you as you do so.
Since we know which one to avoid, do we get any kind of...
You do get advantage on the rolls.
Thank God.
So, who wants to go first?
Becker got a 12.
Oof. And BU, you've already used your session.
Better than the one.
Would I get advantage from danger sense?
Oh, you know what? You already have advantage. Everybody already has just advantage on these rolls. So that's fine.
Okay. Can I use Bardic Inspiration still?
Wait,
Sarah,
is
with your
it,
sixes, Sarah.
It's still good through up
Yep.
to the next long rest, right?
All right, Sarah. If you can get a 6 on that, I'll let you get by this.
It's the story of my life.
Okay, so it looks like we have a failure from Becker, Schrodinger. It's a dexterity saving throw.
So the 12 was a failure?
The 12 was a failure.
Nice.
Okay.
Let's go with a crit.
Let me lead you to victory. Come follow Mushroom Man.
You know, Becker, I had set it to 13, but I was gonna let Sarah pass with a 12, so you can pass with your we can pass with 12 as well.
Okay, perfect.
That's what you got, Becker? Okay. So,
Can Bea
Schrodinger...
use her 21 to push Sarah out of the way and take the hit instead?
Sure.
Can I cast sleep on the ceiling?
Okay, so it looks like it's going to be Bea and Schrodinger that gets smacked with this. So that is 4d6. 12 points of piercing, as you do your best to avoid the things dropping from the ceiling, but some of you are unable.
I mean, if you guys, I mean, I don't know if you guys care, but I can use silvery barbs on at least one of them.
Silvery barbs only fixes a success, doesn't fix a failure.
No, I mean, as far as, I mean, oh, because we're doing a skills check, not just whether or not they hit or not. Got it.
So as the grub drops onto Bea and takes a few good bites, I'll take up its neck and wring it out till it's dead again.
Nice, okay.
As one of the grubs falls and lands on Schrodinger, he's going to cast Campfire right underneath it where it lands.
Oh my god, it's so slow it can't get away. Just roast it.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Awesome. Alright.
It tries to crawl out, but the campfire crawls along the ground just as fast as it does.
Does anybody get down from this?
Almost.
I don't think so.
Yeah, Schrodinger got pretty fucked up by it. Thank God for level 3, right?
Oh man.
Oh, we leveled. Oh yeah.
I
Healed.
think I'm
Okay.
kidding about that sleep on the
I
ceiling. It's
will
about to happen.
cast. Yeah, I'll cast Cure Wounds on Schrodinger. Oh, is that it? Probably.
Oh, see, I feel better already. Thank you.
We should be quick.
Okay. And Cillian, with the presence of mind to hide the body. Good stuff. Alright, everybody. So, the rest of your day traveling in the Underdark does pass uneventfully. And as you all proceed, looking for another good spot to rest and recuperate, you do so without any further interruptions, at least for this day. So, what would you all like to do as you're settling in for your long rest tonight? Anything anybody would be doing while you're traveling on, just like between these two locations? Anybody have anything specific that they'd like to do as far as foraging or searching for stuff in the meantime?
Yeah,
Sarah would put Becker down for a minute and and look for sand. Is there sand around?
Sand?
Yeah.
I mean,
Fine
there's plenty
sand.
of loose dirt lying around.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to take some loose dirt and just, like, get, like, a mortar and pestle going, you could turn it into a very fine sand if you wanted.
Okay, then.
I mean, obviously, you're not just carrying around a mortar and pestle, but you know what I mean? Like, grind it up with the bottom of your axe or something.
Yeah, I will spend some time doing that.
Right. I actually had a character that carried around a mortar and pestle with him. He was very, very heavily leaning into the fact that he was a chef.
Ah.
Yeah.
Love crushing things.
To be fair, they can get pretty hefty. Like getting hit in the head with a mortar. With a
Yeah.
pestle.
Yeah,
Which everyone
it's
does
like
know.
granite. Oh, that's definitely getting hit in the head with a piece of granite. That's gotta hurt.
Yeah.
So, definitely
well,
lacking. Sorry.
While going into the short rest, or to the rest, Schrodinger will keep an ear out for if he can hear the sound of any crickets, and try to hunt around and gather as many of those as he can.
Okay, cool. Go ahead and make a perception check. Looking for insects. Good stuff.
Do crickets exist on here?
Insects do. We'll call it an Underdark cricket. An under cricket.
The famous Underdark
The
cicada.
famous crickets of the Underdark.
The big old cave crickets.
Cave crickets.
Oh
That's
god,
the
they're gonna
name.
be giant.
That's the name. There we go. All right, Schrodinger, roll initiative.
That
No.
Oh no!
Okay, Schrodinger. So you're looking for spell components, right?
Yes, just probably some crickets. Maybe as wandering around any wild herbs or any vines that will possibly be hanging around or in patches as well.
Okay, what spells are you trying to get stuff for? What requires the crickets and the herbs and whatnot?
Sleep and find familiar.
Okay. Okay, cool. So you can definitely get the bugs that you need. You find all of the insects that you could possibly need. We'll say that as you're going, you hear some buzzing coming, or some buzzing in hundreds of tiny legs moving around in a wall that you're passing by, and you reach up and pull a rock aside, and there's just a little nook crawling with various insects for you to gather from. As far as the components for Find Familiar goes, let's see. Need charcoal, incense, and herbs. You can find the herbs for sure, and then charcoal. If you all ever start a fire for warmth, you'll have charcoal. So the only thing that you still need is incense.
Yep.
Oh, it's 10
I don't think I'll be
gold
able
worth
to-
of charcoal? How the fuck? I feel
Yep.
like 10 gold worth of charcoal would be like a fucking mountain of charcoal.
Well, it's all
Or
things.
incense, right?
Yeah, it's
or is
all
it
just
just
combined.
Oh, it's everything together?
It's
Yeah,
three things
and-
worth 10.
Okay.
A gathering of those things amounting to a cost of 10 gold.
Okay. So
But
we'll...
Trazen is going to follow
Yeah.
along Schrodinger's path. He's going to see if any of the roots.
You also need
Hold up.
a brass brazier, by the way.
Right,
Or
that's going to be the
brazier.
hard one to find.
Oh yeah.
Brazier.
Working
It's a
on it.
Yeah,
goddamn
I know, I
fire,
said that- I
people.
said that
Like
very well.
it's a fire. What do you mean? Anyway,
He
we're
said
going
brass
to-
brazier.
rules as
That's
written.
not a. That's an
razor.
That's
I know,
alright.
Look, we're getting this 10 gold components at a time.
Oh
Yeah,
my god, you guys
so
are killing
I'm
me. Okay.
So Trazen's gonna follow along the path, and he's gonna use his whatever instincts, whatever the hell, to pick the things out of the ground, like herbs and incense that Schrodinger might have missed. So we have the charcoal that's
Show
coming
me
up.
where I missed the incense in the ground.
Roots.
Nope.
Roots.
Roots aren't incense.
Right, the
Yeah,
incense
It's
needs to be
burned.
processed. So you can find everything that you need out here in the wilderness except for the incense specifically. Now if we have like an alchemist kit or something along those lines, I could see it reasonable that you could create incense, but as no one has anything like that right now, it's kind of a moot point.
I search for brass.
You're gonna mine brass, Trazen?
Yep, I'm gonna mine brass right now.
Alright, roll up a new
Joke.
character.
Give
This will take you
give
a
a
few
mode
years.
for
Nope.
brazier.
Nope. Bing, 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 bing. Well, I'm trying to get some brass ore to make a brazier.
A what?
You heard me.
You heard me.
What do you want? What do you want? I'll roll anything. Animal handling, which one?
Brazier.
Nature, which one?
Animal
What's the
handling
medicine?
for ore.
You know what?
Yep, I'm gonna do it.
So Trazen, I like where you're going with this, and I'm enjoying it. So I am going to give you an opportunity. You can roll a D100. I will let you choose if you want it to be a 1 or a 100. If you critically
Yeah.
succeed on a D100,
You never go low. It's 100 always.
If you roll a D100, you can find a extraordinarily rare vein of brass ore. Isn't brass a combination of other metals, though?
Brass is an alloy.
Right, I was about to say, isn't brass an alloy? Like, no.
Nope. There's a brass ore of combined
Brass
metals.
ore.
Here we go.
This is a fantasy video. This is a
just
fantasy
see Eric over
tabletop
there like,
game.
oh my
damn
god,
it,
what is
there's brass
happening?
ore.
Here we go. I
What was
chose.
that?
I chose one. Wait.
That,
Wait.
no,
Isn't that
Wait, what?
fudge?
Wait, what?
you
It's
failed.
Yeah.
Wait.
Yeah.
I rolled from
Roll
the
a D
table.
fuck.
No, I rolled from the table.
What did
How's that?
That was -1 somehow.
Wait.
Right, Trazen's dead.
-1 Trazen.
He disappears into a portal to the city of brass.
Wait.
You're
Wait, I'm-
cheating. What are you
No.
doing?
No, I'm rolling from the
No,
the
you're
character
not.
sheet. No, like not the character sheet, but the thing.
Okay,
There
there
you
it
go.
is.
I
That's
mean,
Schrodinger's.
All right, I got you.
Everyone.
I want to try it now. I want to try brass ore.
Well, I mean, if we can find brass in nature, I'm assuming we can find, like, I don't know.
There we go.
Ready-
74.
ready-made food.
Okay, Trazen. I'll let you try again
Maybe-
tomorrow.
Find
okay?
the gumdrop hills of the Underdark.
Hey, DM.
Yeah, what's up?
While they're thinking about all these different braziers and stuff like that, Becker has been thinking.
Uh-huh.
Now we have mess kits with plates. Can we make one of those into a brazier to burn incense?
What are the odds that they would be brass? What else would they make
don't
it out
know.
of? Brass,
I don't know.
iron,
It
probably.
depends on how cheap you are.
Tin.
Usually.
Tin.
Brass is
mean, yeah.
expensive, I think.
Okay, so
Copper,
who has,
we're all gonna die.
Who has mess kits? Just Schrodinger and Becker have mess kits, right?
I'm looking
Yes.
right now.
Oh,
I believe
yeah,
I
I
do.
do.
I believe Becker does.
Okay, so we'll give
Sure,
both of
I'll
you.
point out. Sorry.
Go ahead. No.
Point out that tin is a component of brass.
Oh. Okay. So Becker and Schrodinger, let's go ahead and do a 1 in 4 chance for either of you that your mess kit has brass cookware.
Do a D4?
So
you said?
you can roll a D4 and call a number that you want. So it can be anything, or you can call a D1, or you can do a D20 and have it be 1 through 5, or any other number range of 5 numbers, or you can do a D100 and have it be 1 through 25, or any other range of 25 numbers.
Becker's going to do a 1 through 20, and he's going to call 6 to 10.
6 to 10. Oh no!
It's a 20.
Oh, bummer. Okay. Schrodinger?
Sure. I'm gonna do a D4.
20's good, right?
And so we're gonna try for number 3.
Woo! You almost got it. Ah, so
Nope.
close.
All right.
We're going to a town soon. Hopefully we can
Yeah,
buy food
you're
there.
going to a city. Like, you're on your way. It'll be soon. Don't worry.
While my compatriots are furiously examining their mess kits, can I try something?
What do you want to try?
So I have these skins from the maggots that I slew, and not having proper tools, but being proficient in leatherworking. Can I use a combination of like the daggers that I have, some of the silk rope, and maybe like a fang off of my handmade clothes, and try to graft it onto my scale mail armor?
What exactly are you trying to do?
Just so I want to take this natural looking rocky sort of skin that I got and try to graft it over my scale mail armor.
Oh, kind of like camouflage.
Yeah. I like it. I like it. Okay. So
That
I
might need to be
I
treated
like the
or
idea. I
something.
want to say just yes, but the thing is, like, what do we give you on a success? You know, like,
Could it, I don't know, maybe negate the disadvantage the scale mail gives on stealth?
okay, we'd have
Still
to
make
we'd have to
noise.
make that pretty difficult, right? It would take more work than just grafting it on. You'd have to modify it and do other things to it to make it so that it wouldn't make the noise. But I like that. So let's go ahead. We will do a pair of DC 15 checks for you, Bia. Survival, and I will let you pick the other one that you find pertinent to the task.
Can I roll leatherworker's tools, though I don't have a kit?
Absolutely. Hey, wait, you said you don't have a kit?
I don't have a kit. I'm trying to sort of use the tools I have at hand, like my daggers, some of the silk
Are you
cording.
proficient in leatherworking tools?
Yes.
Then yes, you can.
Okay. So a survival check first. Damn it.
Anyone want to give up a inspiration that has one for him? We are closing in on the end of the session.
I can.
There you go.
Much appreciated. As Bia looks over to Sarah and something inspiration.
Yeah, Sarah says, I think you're doing it wrong.
All right, what do you want the second check to be?
Leatherworker's tools.
All right.
On what attribute do you want?
Dexterity or intelligence for tools. Ugh.
I can give
Sad.
up my inspiration if you allow us to do it
mine as
again.
well.
I mean, if anyone has an inspiration to give, they are welcome to give it to Bia here.
Becker will give him his, because Becker's got luck anyway, so.
That is
a community project.
Community project, right. And now you all have a stealthy shifter in scale armor. Okay, so cool. Yeah.
Remember this.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah. You almost look like a boulder. Hey, where'd you go? Oh, I don't even see you anymore.
Fantastic. Okay, so we can go ahead and say that that was taken care of once you all stopped for the day, wherever that may be. So, Schrodinger hunting maggots or crickets, and Bia making cool stuff out of maggots.
While before or after Becker helps, he's going to work on his map. I don't know if you remember, we talked about it last session. I will link what you told me about the check.
Thank you, I appreciate that. I was going to say, I have no idea what we did there.
Yeah, okay. I put it on my character sheet so I wouldn't forget.
Fantastic,
So I will make a DC 15 check while I'm doing my map, updating my map at the night. I will do the check and stuff.
Okay, awesome.
And that's my cartographer tool?
Yep.
What attribute is for cartographer tools? It doesn't have one on it.
I would say intelligence would be the good attribute for cartographer tools.
And that would be, I would get a +1 to that because of my new fancy dancy 2nd level bard, jack of all trades, correct?
Nice, yeah.
So I got an 11.
All right. So no extra progress made today, but you didn't fail, so you haven't made any negative progress either.
I just managed to update my map.
Yeah.
What about the compass I was making? You might have forgotten.
You know, Plax, I seem to recall laughing about the compass that you were making.
You'd have no way to know if it was working.
It doesn't matter. Shut up, Uranus.
Uranus.
Okay, so no brass, but is there magnetic iron around?
Plax, you know, I like giving your wild ideas room to breathe, so you can do your D100 test again for that.
Damn right.
100. just like your wand of Orcus. It makes me smile, so you can keep trying.
Before, I think you had him rolling like survival, and you said he needed 6 successes.
God damn it.
Oh, I do remember that.
Oh, wait, yeah, it's based on a
number.
You're right.
Right,
You're right. It's
you already talked me into this.
I'm sorry. Oh shit. Wait.
Yeah.
Sorry, my cat was laying on my arm and I was ready to roll with it. Oh, survival?
Yeah, survival checks. Building a compass solidly falls into survival in my mind.
Okay, here we go.
DC.
That's terrible.
Thank you for remembering that, Cillian. I appreciate it.
I don't know
Hey,
why.
any of you guys that are looking for your brazier for your spell, we do have another mess kit in our party loot if somebody wants to roll.
No, keep it because I'm fishing in those. And maybe
no,
I can make our
wait, what?
rations. Yeah.
Brass?
Level 3. I took cook's utensils, so maybe I can make our rations last longer.
There you go.
Oh yeah.
Do that.
He's so fluffy, guys. His name's Merlin. He's so cute.
Whisper, 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 whisper.
He's so cute. His name's Merlin. He's like on a blanket right next to me. He's so cute.
All right, everybody, you can go ahead and take your long rests. You have found a suitable place to stop and recuperate for the evening.
So while we were walking, we didn't notice anything following us. Might have gathered our trail. I mean, I'm not just talking the drow. I'm talking
anything at all.
We didn't find anything.
Yeah, you can go ahead and make a perception check, retroactive. Becker, you are thoroughly confident that you were not followed. In fact, it is probably one of the quietest days that you've all experienced, moving from the Roper Den to your place of rest here.
How often do you roll 220s? That was pretty fantastic.
Wow, yeah.
Oh yeah, Sarah, there's you know, the baby owlbear was like, hey, somebody ate my raw meat. And the mama owlbear was like, oh, somebody's like messing with my cave. And then the daddy owlbear was, and he'll just finish his story up of Goldilocks and the 3 owlbears.
That's a good one, Becker. I love your stories. But one night you have to play us the pan flute.
Ah, yeah, I'll have to do that when we. Everybody keeps telling me we have to be quiet.
Bia shoots a look over her shoulder.
But Becker will be. He'll like. Yeah, I like that story too, especially the part where the owlbears eat her. It's pretty good.
Okay, listen up, Becker. As soon as we get to Sloobludop, we'll head to the nearest tavern. You'll take out your pan flute, and I swear by Moradin's anvil, I will sing for ye. What say you?
That's a deal. If you sing as good as you smite things, that'll be amazing.
Well, I don't know.
Bia, what just happened and how did you fail?
I wanted to test my new armor, but Bia kicked a rock really hard and yelled.
Hey, Bia, we're supposed to be quiet. Shh.
Wouldn't you all like to head to a tavern soon?
Jim Jar says he can certainly use a drink.
What
was that, Becker?
Anything's better than rocks. These rocks are really hard to sleep on. These, my old bones just don't like that.
Tell me, Becker, what's the best tavern you've ever been to?
The best one ever, huh? Let me think about that.
Cillian, they lack perspective, but they have a bit of heart left in them.
Ooh, what are you talking about, Trazen?
Apologies, I didn't mean any offense. Just that you all seem not quite focused.
Aye, we're focused when we need to be. But there are times when it's good to let go and laugh a little. Think about old memories, things that we enjoy doing. Tell me, Trazen, what do you do when you want to have a good time?
I think about the things that have happened. More recent, honestly, but in truth, I can agree. I don't mean to be disrespectful, but there are things that happen now that I can smile. And things that happened before that I cannot smile.
Aye. I suppose that's true for all of us. But when you really want to let go, you know, and relax, what do? Or do you?
I haven't done that in a very long time, Sarah. I apologize. My perspective isn't quite on par with yours.
Ah. Well, you'll see when we get to the next city. I'll show you how to relax a little. Between Becker's pan flute and my singing, I'll have you relaxed on a chair with a beer in hand in no time.
Your singing needs to wait for what reason?
I don't. Well, shucks, I'm a little shy about it.
Becker will pipe in and just kind of look over at Bia. Bia wants us to be quiet, so we gotta be quiet. So we can't really. Pan flutes and singing are quite boisterous. And I think a beer is a good idea. You'd probably like beer, Trazen. It's fermented. It's that means it's decomposing. You'll probably really like it.
You know, I was in a tavern once at home, and I think it was a druid came in, said he could make beer out of mushrooms. Is that true, Trazen? You ever done that?
Beer. Not quite beer, but liquor. yes. Fermented, yes. Time, yes. But beer might not be that great. Bia, are you hesitant towards singing?
Is singing.
I think Bia's really silent because of that armor.
Did you hear me?
No.
Now we did.
No, we didn't.
I said, what is singing?
Oh, singing. It's when you fill your air with lungs and belt it out.
Stool would
Let your
start
soul.
humming like a music box type of tune.
Who does?
Stool.
Oh. Hey, that's a good song there, Stool. Becker will pull out his pan flute and he will try to play it very softly to go along with Stool.
Uranus will start singing and attempt to match the notes. Is that a performance check?
Yeah, Sarah, what do you do when Stool starts humming, Uranus begins the melody, and Becker begins his playing?
Oh, she turns a little red. She's not ready to sing for the group, but she'll start tapping her foot and keeping a rhythm on her armor with her hand, just kind of enjoying the music. First music she's heard in a very long time.
And along with all of that, Jim Jar begins a low hum, adding a bass to this, and as the melody drifts softly through the Underdark, only traveling a handful of feet down whatever cavern you all are in, as the music washes over all of you, that is where we will call it a session for tonight.